Hello, welcome to day 4 of Unit 7, Week 2 of Wonders. Today we're going to take a look at a story called A Personal Narrative, and the story's title is Lola and Bella. So, I'm going to read the story to you, and you can just sit back and relax and listen to the story. It's not very long, and then we'll do a couple quick activities with it in your workbook. Now, before we get started, let's talk about what the words personal narrative mean. Okay, a personal narrative is a true story that a person writes about his or her own life. Okay, so when we read a personal narrative, we're reading a story that is written by someone in the story. And when we read a personal narrative, we're going to see words like I or my or me um, or mine, anything that we hear a character talking about themselves. Okay. So in our story, Lola and Bella, Lola is a girl who actually wrote this story. This story is about Lola and her dog, whose name is Bella. So this personal narrative um, was written by a real girl about her real dog in real life. Okay, so if you want to have your workbook open to page 46 and 47, we'll be going there next. But for now, we're just going to listen to the story. Okay, I'm going to start in a few seconds. Okay, our story, Lola and Bella. Hi, my name is Lola. Today, Stella and I are going swimming. Daddy makes us waffles for breakfast. Bella, my cute dog, is hungry too. I give her food and fresh water. Okay, so we see Lola here in the picture feeding her dog Bella. And then at the table in the background, we can kind of use what we read to figure out that this is her dad, and this is Stella, who we can probably guess is her sister. All right, let's turn the page. And our next page says, Mommy says it's time to go outside. Stella and I put on our bathing suits. We go outside with Bella. Stella and I get into the pool. Splash! Bella runs around the pool barking. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Bella gets on the chair. Stella and I are splashing, splashing. Bella keeps barking. Then Bella jumps off the chair. Splash! Now we are all in the pool. One thing we're going to talk about once we get to our workbook is all the different sound words in this story. When we look at a word like splash, we see it here. We see splashing, splashing, and here we see splash again. That word splash kind of sounds like the sound a splash actually makes. Okay? When we read the word splash with an exclamation point after it, in our brains, we can almost hear Stella and Lola splashing in the pool. And then when Bella jumps in, we hear another splash. Same with the words rough, rough, rough. These words are meant to sound like the sound Bella actually makes when she's barking. So when we read rough, 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 we can almost hear Bella barking in our brains. Let's turn the page and keep going. This is our last page of our story. We all come out of the pool. Bella is cold and wet. I get a towel to dry her off. Then I give Bella love. I give her hugs and or I give her kisses and hugs. So, this personal narrative was just talking about a girl, Lola, who wanted to write about her dog, Bella, and the things that she does with her dog, Bella. Okay. Now, what you can do is you can take a look at page 46 and 47 that you see right here. Okay, we are going to start on page 46. Okay, I'm going to read you the directions starting up here. It says, listen to the personal narrative. We already did that. Now, the next thing, and please have a pencil or a crayon or marker, anything to write with. It says circle the character who is telling the story and then write her name. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to take a look at this illustration. Okay? Now, we see Lola, we remember that, and we see Bella. Now, our job is to talk about who is telling the story. So I want you to think about that. Is it Lola or is it Bella? I'm going to count to 3 and I want you to tell me who is telling the story. 1, 2, 3. That's right. It is Lola. It is definitely Lola. So what you want to do is take your pencil or marker or crayon. It really doesn't matter what you're writing with. And I want you to go down to this space right here. And I want you to write the word Lola. Okay? Lola. Now, oops. I think I can maybe even add the word Lola here. Let's see. Kind of small, but if you can see, I filled in the word Lola. And we want an uppercase L for her name and then O-L-A. That's how we spell her name. So if you need any help spelling Lola, just check it out right here and you can write uppercase L and then lowercase O-L-A. Now, the last direction says talk about words that help you know the author is telling the story about herself. Okay? And if we look back at the story real quick, we already kind of talked about this, but we see this sight word I all over the place. And we also, do we see I? Here's I again on this page. Here it is again. Here it is. One more time. We see the word our, we. All of these words are telling us that the person who wrote the story, Lola, is in the story. Here's the word my. Here's I again. Us. My. So all of these words are telling us that this is a personal narrative because the person writing the story is in the story. Okay? Now I'm going to go back to page 47 here. Okay? Now, page 47 has different directions than page 46. Okay? And our job just today is we're going to worry about finishing this sentence and drawing a picture to match our sentence. So it says listen to pages 34 and 35. How does Lola use sound words to make her story come to life? This is a good question for us because we already talked about these words a little bit. So I'm going to take us back to the story again. I'm going to find page 34 and I'm going to find page 35 and I'm going to read them. Okay? And we're going to listen for those sound words again. Remember, our sound words are splash and rough. Mommy says it's time to go outside. Stella and I put on our bathing suits. We go outside with Bella. Stella and I get into the pool. Splash! Bella runs around the pool barking. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Bella gets on the chair. Stella and I are splashing, splashing. Bella keeps barking. Then Bella jumps off the chair. Splash. Now we are all in the pool. Okay, so if we go back to 47, the sentence we want to finish says, the sound Bella makes is... Now, we already talked about Lola over here. Okay, now we're talking about Bella. So we know our two sound words were splash and rough. What sound word does Bella actually make? And this is the noise that's coming out of Bella. Is that splash or rough? I'm going to count to 3 and I want you to tell me. 1, 2, 3. That's right. The word we should be writing is rough. So to finish this sentence, the sound Bella makes is... I think I can type it in again, even though it'll be kind of small. That's okay. I'm going to put rough, and I'm going to put an exclamation point after it. So if you can see that, you can do that too. All I spelled was rough. R-U-F-F. Okay, I think I can make it a little bigger for you to see. There we go. Now, after you write the word rough for the sound that Bella makes, you can draw a picture of Bella, who's right here, making that sound in your own box. Now remember, you're drawing Bella, you're not drawing your own dog or any other dog. So try to make it kind of look like what Bella looks like in the actual story. Okay? So that was a great job listening to a personal narrative. Let's remember, a personal narrative is a story that is written by someone in the story. So it's a non-fiction story about someone in real life. Okay? You did a great job listening and working with me today, and I'm very proud of you. Great job, KB.